Hello everyone, this is VIG Today's FYI. My name is Purvi Patavri and today I will be talking about US presidential elections 2020. In the next few hours, it will be all over for US presidential elections, except the counting of the votes, of course. The US presidential election is possibly the most widely and closely watched electoral contest anywhere. Like all Americans, people around the globe believe that the US president is the most powerful person on the planet. A good part of what is the notion that is attributed to the authority conferred by what is generally believed to be a fairly and free one mandate. The 2020 United States presidential election is scheduled for Tuesday, November 3. It will be the 59th quadrennial presidential election. Voters will select presidential electors who in turn will vote on December 14, 2020 to either elect a new president or vice president or re-elect the incumbents Donald Trump and Mike Pence respectively. The winner of the 2020 presidential election is scheduled to be inaugurated on January 20, 2021. If elected, Biden would be the oldest person to serve at the office at the age of 78. In addition, his running mate Kamala Harris would become the first woman to serve as vice president. Now, the most important question is, what does it look like now, a few hours before the voting closes? When we look at the data created by the pollsters, they firmly believe that Joe Biden is way ahead. In fact, they're stating now that it's a sure victory for Joe Biden. The only question is, will he win by a huge margin, which is also called a landslide, or will he have a small victory? Amongst all this, a third scenario has been created, which shows that Trump's approval rating has not changed since last election, 2016. He still has 40% approval, most consistent in the US political history, which means 40% of people who supported and voted him in the last election still stand strong and loyal to him. What is also interesting is to note that in 2016, all pollsters went wrong. When all polls screamed Hillary's victory, in the end, Trump won. Another case is that there is a shy Trump voter who will suddenly come out on 3rd of November and turn the table upside down. America has a very peculiar system of voting. They open the ballots much earlier. You can either vote by mail or you can send or you can drop your vote off. By this scheme, it has been seen that 60% of the registered voters have already casted their vote. So for now, any of the candidate to create a changing impact now is a very difficult task. America has 538 electoral college votes. You need 270 to win. Electoral votes are assigned to states based on their population and then awarded as a lump sum to the winner of the popular state. Currently, it takes 270 electoral votes to win. In 2016, Democrat Hillary Clinton took the popular vote by 2.9 million votes, with 48.2% to Donald Trump's 46.1%, but in the end, Donald Trump still won. Now, to get these votes, there are battleground states that make all the difference. Now, there are 4 battleground states: Florida, Pennsylvania, Arizona, which collectively consist of 91 electoral college votes. The other battleground electoral college state is Georgia. By the stats, Joe Biden is winning there also. But if Trump loses Florida, he cannot win. So now the question is, will Trump be able to turn the tide now? Most of the attention is centered on the battleground state of Pennsylvania, a battleground state with 20 electoral votes, whose results could tip the elections one way or another if there is a close national race. Unlike most states, Pennsylvania has a process which is known as pre-canvassing that slows down the counting process, which means the results from the state may not be known for a day or two after the other state results have been called for. The Trump's campaign strategy will come unstuck if there is a landslide for the Biden-Harris ticket and they get to 270 without Pennsylvania. Or it will become meaningless in the other more unlikely case scenario of Trump getting to the mark without the state. In conclusion, in the last 100 years, only 2 presidents have lost after the first term in the US, last being George Bush Sr., who lost to Bill Clinton in 1992. George Bush and Democrats can make Mr. Trump the third one in a century to be fired after the first term. Well, if that doesn't happen, the world will have to live with Mr. Trump for a few more years.